Today is the day our hearts shall speak with the voices of our forefathers. As the first blush of dawn painted Umudim in soft gold and gentle pink, the entire village stirred with anticipation. The air buzzed with excitement and a hint of mystery, for today was the day that the ancient stone in the forest of Eziyama was to be visited again. Amaka, the brave warrior of Umudim, stood at the forefront of the gathering, her eyes gleaming with determination and warmth. Neighbors, friends, and even the little children gathered around, whispering eagerly about the secret challenge said to be left by their ancestors. The elders, including wise Ifechuku and gentle Neoma, nodded approvingly as they recalled old legends of tests that brought unity and wisdom to the people. "We must go forth with open hearts and minds," Amaka declared in a clear, resonant voice that carried across the courtyard. "For today the ancient stone calls us to learn, to unite, and to grow stronger together as one family." The simplicity and truth in her words made everyone feel safe and hopeful, reminding them that no matter how difficult the challenge, together they could overcome every trial. With hearts full of hope and courage, the villagers prepared to journey into the forest, each step promising a lesson that even a child could understand and cherish. Under a bright, clear sky, Amaka led a small band of trusted friends from Umudim into the welcoming arms of the forest. Alongside her walked Ngozi, whose gentle smile and wise words had comforted many, and Chizaram, known for his steady courage and kind heart. Ikene, still eager to learn after his duel with Amaka, joined the group with a respectful nod. The village paths soon gave way to a narrow, winding trail, shaded by ancient trees whose leaves whispered secrets of a time long past. As they walked, the forest floor, soft with moss and scattered with colourful wildflowers, seemed to hum with a quiet melody that even the youngest could appreciate. "This path reminds me of our childhood, where every stone and every leaf had a story to tell," Ngozi remarked softly, her voice full of gentle wonder. Amaka smiled, feeling the strength of the past flow through her veins. "Every step we take is a lesson from our ancestors," she replied. Their conversation was simple and filled with warmth, making the long journey seem like a playful adventure rather than a daunting task.
With each step, the group felt more connected to the land, understanding that the very ground beneath their feet held the wisdom and hope of generations. As the group ventured deeper into the forest of Eziyama, the towering trees formed a natural canopy above, filtering the sunlight into soft, dancing patterns on the ground. The air grew cool and crisp, carrying the scent of damp earth and fresh blossoms. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds, rustling leaves, and the distant murmur of a hidden stream, a melody that soothed even the busiest of minds. The friends exchanged stories and memories of simpler times, of playing hide and seek among the trees, of listening to the elders' tales by the fireside, and of the innocence that once filled their hearts. "Do you remember how we used to imagine that the forest was a magical place full of friendly spirits?" Ikena asked, his eyes twinkling with the delight of recollection. Kizaram nodded, adding, "Yes, and today it feels as if that magic is real again, calling us to uncover its secrets." The simplicity of their words and the shared laughter made the journey relatable to every soul present, from the youngest child clinging to their parents' hand to the elders who had seen many seasons pass. The forest was not just a place of mystery, it was a living, breathing companion that reminded them of the value of unity, courage, and the joy of learning from every experience. After a long and reflective journey through the winding trails, the group finally reached a clearing where the ancient stone stood in quiet majesty. This stone, worn smooth by countless years yet adorned with intricate carvings, glowed softly in the dappled sunlight. Its surface bore symbols and patterns that spoke of ancient wisdom, of battles fought and lessons learned, and of a heritage that was as deep as the roots of the forest itself. Amaka stepped forward slowly, her eyes fixed on the stone as if it were a dear friend. "Look at the carvings," she said in a soft yet clear voice, "they tell the story of our ancestors, of strength, unity, and the importance of caring for one another." Ngozi leaned closer, her fingers gently tracing the delicate patterns, while Kizaram and Ikena observed in respectful silence. The air in the clearing felt different, charged with a quiet energy that made every heartbeat count. The stone seemed to whisper softly, its voice mingling with the rustle of leaves and the gentle hum of the forest. In that moment, the friends felt as though they were standing at the crossroads of past and future, where every symbol was a guide and every mark was a lesson meant to be understood by hearts willing to listen. As the group gathered around the ancient stone, a subtle change swept over the clearing. The soft glow of the stone grew warmer, and a gentle breeze carried with it a faint whisper that seemed almost like a message. Amaka felt her heart quicken with both excitement and a touch of nervousness. "Do you hear that?" she asked, turning to her companions with wide, curious eyes. The friends listened carefully, and though the words were not clear, the tone was kind and inviting, a language of the ancestors meant for those who sought wisdom. "It sounds like the stone is speaking to us," Gozi murmured, her voice filled with wonder and a hint of reverence. The mysterious message made the moment feel magical yet profoundly simple, as if the stone wished to share a secret that every villager, young or old, could understand. The ancient symbol's gentle light and the soft murmur of nature created an atmosphere of quiet reflection and anticipation. The friends felt that this was not merely a challenge of strength, but of wisdom and unity, a test that required them to listen with open hearts and minds to the lessons of their forefathers. Suddenly, as if answering the silent prayers of the gathered souls, a soft, resonant voice echoed through the clearing. "Tell me, brave warriors, what is the true strength that binds your hearts?" The voice asked in clear, gentle tones that were both mysterious and reassuring. The question hung in the air, simple yet profound, stirring the minds of everyone present. For a moment, the forest was silent, as if every living creature paused to listen. Amaka's eyes shone with determination as she stepped forward to speak. "True strength is not measured by the force of one's hand or the number of battles won," she began, her voice steady and sincere. "It is found in the kindness we share, the unity that binds us, and the courage to care for one another even when times are tough." Her words were simple and direct, echoing the wisdom of her grandmother Neoma and the teachings of the elders. The voice from the stone seemed to smile at her answer, as the soft glow of the carvings pulsed gently in acknowledgement. The question had been a test, a challenge not of physical might, but of the heart and spirit. The friends exchanged glances, feeling that they too had learned an invaluable lesson about the true nature of strength. In the moments that followed, the clearing transformed into a space of shared understanding and collective reflection. The ancient stone, its light now vibrant and clear, seemed to pulse with life as though it were a living memory of generations past. The villagers who had followed the small group into the forest gathered at the edge of the clearing, listening intently as Amaka repeated the simple yet profound answer: "True strength is found in our unity, in the love we share for one another, and in the courage to stand up for what is right even when we are afraid." Her voice resonated among the trees and across the soft earth, carrying a message that every heart could understand. Elder Ifechukwu, who had arrived quietly, nodded with a wise smile. "Your words remind us that our ancestors did not build this village on the might of a single warrior but on the bonds of love and community," he said softly. The message was clear and relatable: strength was not about beating others in battle, but about lifting each other up, sharing burdens, and learning from every challenge. In that moment, the ancient stone had spoken, not just to Amaka and her small group, but to every person present, filling their hearts with hope and a deep sense of unity. As the glow of the ancient stone began to fade into the soft light of the setting sun, the group slowly gathered their thoughts and prepared to return to Umudim. The journey back through the forest was filled with reflective silence, punctuated by quiet conversations and the occasional soft laugh as the friends recalled the day's events. Each step they took was accompanied by a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of the lessons the forest had bestowed upon them. "Today, we have learned that our strength lies not in the battles we win, but in the love and unity that we share," Kizaram said as they walked along the familiar path. Ikenna added, "It is a lesson that we must carry in our hearts every day, so that our village remains a place where every person feels valued and supported." Amaka smiled at her companions, feeling a profound gratitude for the journey they had shared. Returning to Umudim as twilight draped the village in a warm, inviting glow, Amaka and her friends were greeted with cheers and smiles from the villagers. The news of the challenge and the ancient stone's message had already spread throughout the community, filling every home with hope and inspiration. In the center of the village square, under the soft light of lanterns and the watchful gaze of the elders, Amaka shared the lessons of the day. We have learned that the true strength of our people is found in our unity and in the kindness that we show one another, she said, her voice clear and full of conviction. The villagers listened intently, their faces lit with understanding and joy. Elder Ifachukwu stood and added, "Our ancestors have left us a gift, a reminder that love and unity are the real measures of strength. Let us always remember this lesson, and let it guide us in every challenge we face." The simple, relatable message touched every heart, and the entire village felt renewed, as if a deep, ancient bond had been reforged. The day had not only been a test of bravery but also a celebration of the values that made Umudim a true home for all its people.
That night, as the stars twinkled over Umudim and the gentle hum of the village lulled everyone to sleep, the lessons of the ancient stone continued to echo in every home. Amaka lay awake for a long while, reflecting on the journey that had taken her and her people deep into the heart of the forest and back again. In the quiet of the night, she thought of the challenges she had faced, the battles she had fought, and the wisdom she had gained. "Every challenge we meet is a chance to learn and grow," she whispered softly to herself, her words carried away on the cool night breeze. The voices of her ancestors seemed to murmur in the rustle of the leaves outside her window, affirming that the strength of Umudim was not in the might of one, but in the love of all. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit renewed by the day's events, Amaka finally drifted off to sleep, confident that the lessons of unity, love, and shared wisdom would guide her people for generations to come. Did you enjoy this story? Please share your thoughts in the comment. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to this channel.